Good morning, friends. I wanted to pop on and make a quick video this morning, just sharing a bit about this topic that I posted on yesterday, asking for what you want and need. It's really interesting to move into this practice of how to ask for what you want, ask for what you need in a way that works for you, that feels comfortable is maybe not the right word, that feels possible for you. And a lot of people are really challenged with this. I've learned a lot about asking for what you want in the last few months. And one of the things that one of the women I follow shared that I thought was so helpful is she said, people either grow up in an asking culture or in a guessing culture. Meaning that, we're sort of trained one of two ways. Either we're going to ask for what we need, we're going to be asked for what other people need, and of course have opportunity to say no and to receive that no fully. But it's either that or we're going to guess. We're going to be, growing up in homes and families where everybody is just guessing what other people need and waiting for other people to guess what they might need. Hinting, being passive aggressive, all of these sorts of behaviors that come in when we get into guessing are very interesting things to explore. And, it made me realize that I really did grow up in a strong guessing culture home. And for that reason, asking for what I wanted was deeply uncomfortable. Now, I specifically had a couple of experiences about asking for what I wanted when I was younger that were sort of traumatizing, which doesn't help. But, I think even without that, there would be this core fear of, well, I don't know if I can ask for what I want. What if I ask for too much? What if I ask for something that somebody doesn't want to give me and then they feel obligated to say yes? I think there's a lot of fears that can arise in the space of asking. And, secondarily to that, I think that the logical mind gets in the way of asking, right? It's like I can't see a path by which I could actually receive this thing. So not only will I not ask for it, but I will cut off sometimes connection even to the desire for it. I will just be so good where I'm at that I don't even feel that need anymore. And, it's sort of the dangerous space that people get into with spiritual practices is, becoming so neutral or so good at being present in the moment, accepting the moment that we sort of lose track of what do I even want? What do I like? What do I choose? What do I desire? Who am I within that? And, yes, there is this expansive nature of spiritual practice that brings us to a place where we can feel gratitude and expansiveness in the moment. But my personal experience is that it's not really grounding through to reality and to the rest of life until I can identify what I need, identify what I want, and find the ways to ask for that and to be open. So one of the programs that I'm in has these monthly gifting circles, and everybody gathers, who's signed up for this particular circle, and there's usually a small group, and there's opportunity to list everything that you want, no matter what it is, whether or not you think other people in the group will be able to actually meet that desire for you, just to list everything you would want, the wildest to the smallest. And it's really been high sensation for me. The first time I went into this experience, first of all, I didn't join for like 2 months because it was really freaking me out. And then I did finally sign up and join. And, arriving there, I found that I really didn't know what I wanted. I couldn't tap in quickly to what do I want. If I could ask for anything, if I could name my desires for anything in life, what would that be? And that was a really kind of scary moment to say, oh gosh, I don't know. I'm very good at being happy where I'm at. I'm very good at loving my life as it is. And speaking to what else I could possibly want, I had some definite disconnect there. So it's forced me into a practice of being able to identify what I want and finding ways, creative ways to ask for what I want, and also opening up the flexibility to be okay if I don't receive that want. Even if I ask somebody directly and they say no, to celebrate the clarity in that moment of no versus to avoid it. because I think that's what a lot of us are doing, is avoiding being told no, avoiding being let down, avoiding the sensations that would arise if we say what we want and then we don't get it. And, while I think that's a great self-protective measure, it also prevents us from getting what we want. Because if we can't ask, then, we don't really fully know whether or not those things are available to us, or if that need or desire could be met. So there's something in the asking that's so valuable and juicy and really sort of twisty and intense in a way at the same time, right? It's like, ooh, that kind of gets me feeling a little like, ugh, I'm not sure about that. I don't know, if I want to feel that way. And that's a good growth edge, right? I mean, that's what I would say as somebody who teaches spiritual growth, and intuitive development, is like, yeah, this is a good growth edge. If there's something that makes you feel kind of squirmy and sort of like, ooh, it's bringing up a lot of feelings, it's a good place to explore. It's a good place to continue forward and to see what can arise through that experience for you. So many manifestation techniques are based on identifying what you want and holding that desire. And so, yeah, it makes sense, right? Because it's not just woo-woo energetic stuff. It's also like, if you know what you want and you know what your desire is, you're much more likely to move things in that direction, to request things in that direction from others, to choose things that are in that direction for yourself. There's just a lot of things that we can line up when we really kind of know generally where we want to go. And it's a big reason why people end up producing the outcomes that they desire, is because they know where they want to go and they can move a lot of things in that direction. And yeah, life supports that. Life supports, action that's oriented towards specific outcomes over time. Maybe not immediately, maybe not, even as quickly as we might desire, but if you can hold it and hold that desire and stay connected to your knowingness that holding it and moving in the direction of it is enough, then, we can get there. So, not a lot of people really were willing to comment what they wanted on that post, and I get it. I totally get it, because it feels crazy, and it feels like, well, why would I, comment that I want a new home or a better car or a great, awesome relationship or, all this extra money coming in. Why would I comment that? Because it's not available to me, or it's not like, Leisha's going to log on and comment back and I'm going to have that immediately. But, it's the ability to identify those things and to be willing to speak them, even if they seem a little crazy, even if they seem a little out of reach, that will move you towards those things. So that's why I asked. I'm not surprised that people were challenged by that. And, my encouragement would be to just practice this for yourself. See if you can start, identifying what you need and want, and maybe asking for some of it, right? Putting it out there, but also noticing what sensations come up for you, what the experience is like, to even tune into that and identify it. What does it bring up for you? All of that is good information. It gives you things to work with and to feel and to move and to shift if that's what the outcome is. But it's a good entry place to a lot of growth. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you're able to jump in and try this for yourself. As always, you know where to find me. if you have questions, if you need support, the link in my bio goes to the Patreon page that I run. I teach as much as I possibly can there. It's a great space to ask questions, to get questions answered. And I also offer one-on-one work through that link as well, if you're wanting some private sessions, or for those who are going through major transformation, I do a high-end one-on-one package that's like, you get all of me for lots and lots of time every month to help support you in whatever shift you're in right now. So check that out if you're needing more, and just sending you lots and lots of love. Enjoy this practice. See if you can even enjoy the weird, funky sensations it brings up. Emotions aren't bad. They're energy moving, and we're alive, so we're going to have them. All right, sending you lots of love. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Take care.